Hey, it's Alex. There's something I want to talk about today, something that sounds simple but has taken me years to understand. Loving myself, not in a fake mirror affirmation kind of way, but in the quiet, steady, unconditional kind of way. The kind of love that stays even when I fail, even when I feel like I'm not enough. For a long time, I thought I had to earn self-worth. Through achievements, through praise, through how other people saw me. I thought if I just did enough, looked good enough, succeeded enough, I'd finally feel like I was worth loving. But the truth? It never worked. Every time something went wrong, I crashed. My entire self-image would fall apart just like that. And that's when I started asking the hard question. What really defines me? Is it my job, my grades, my looks, my past, the number of friends I have, my relationship status? So I made this video as a reminder mainly to myself, but maybe for you too, that we are so much more than what we've been taught to measure. So here are 12 things that do not define your self-worth. These are things I personally had to unlearn one painful realization at a time. Let's begin. I used to chase perfection. Straight A's, promotions, constant validation. Every time I accomplished something, I felt proud, almost lovable. But when I failed, it felt like I wasn't worth anything. I tied my self-worth so tightly to my performance that when things went wrong, I collapsed with them. It took me a long time to realize I am not my resume, I'm not my mistakes, I'm not my trophies, I'm a whole person, messy learning, growing, and still worthy. There was a time I was between jobs, and it messed with my head. I didn't want to meet people. I felt ashamed, like not having a job meant I was failing at life. But then I started looking around and I saw something clearer. Our jobs are just roles. Our income is just a number. It doesn't tell the full story of who we are or what we're capable of. Money doesn't define value. Humanity does. Some people had a safe, happy childhood. I didn't. There are parts of my past I still find hard to revisit. And for a while I believed the lie that I was broken because of it. But here's what I've learned. Your childhood shapes you, but it does not define you. You are not responsible for what was done to you. You didn't choose your environment. But now you get to choose your healing. You get to choose who you become. I didn't graduate from a top school. Sometimes I still feel a little insecure about that, like I'm always a step behind others who had more opportunity. But I've also seen people with fancy degrees who lack compassion, and people with no formal education who are wise beyond words. Your GPA isn't your soul, your diploma isn't your heart. Intelligence takes many forms, and so does success. I used to bend myself into all kinds of shapes trying to please people. Say the right thing, dress the right way, be agreeable, be likable. But no matter what I did, someone would always misunderstand me, or judge me. That's when I realized other people see fragments, you live the full picture. You can't control what others think, but you can choose to stop performing for approval, because the real you is already enough. Comparison is poison. And I drank a lot of it. Scrolling through social media, watching others succeed while I felt like I was standing still. But I've learned something. Someone else's win is not your loss. Their path is theirs. Yours is yours. You're not late. You're not behind. You're just on your own timeline, and that's okay. There were mornings when I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. All I saw were flaws, things I wished I could erase or replace, and the worst part, I believed those flaws made me less worthy. But with time, I started to ask, who taught me that I had to look a certain way to be loved? Because the truth is, beauty isn't a standard. It's not symmetry, it's uniqueness, presence, energy. Your body has carried you through everything. It deserves love, not shame. I used to think being single meant I was falling behind, like I was missing out on some secret club of happiness. Meanwhile, friends were getting engaged, posting perfect couple photos, moving in together, and there I was alone. But then I realized, being single isn't a failure. It's a season, a choice, sometimes even a blessing. It means I get to know myself better, heal deeper. And when love does come, I'll welcome it, not need it. I don't have a huge social circle. Sometimes I wonder if that makes me unlikable or too quiet or just less. But when I really think about it, the few people who know me really know me. They matter more than 100 surface-level friendships. Connection is not about quantity, it's about depth. Even if you only have one person who gets you, who stays, you are rich in something that truly counts. There was a time I tied my worth to numbers, likes, views, follows. I posted and waited. And when no one reacted, I felt invisible. But I had to remind myself, social media is a highlight reel, not a mirror. Likes don't measure value. Validation doesn't define truth. You are more than the algorithm. Your life is not less beautiful just because it isn't filtered and framed. Age used to scare me. I felt like if I hadn't made it by a certain number, I had failed. But age, it's just time. Time doesn't measure worth, it measures growth. And every year I get to keep learning, unlearning, healing, and becoming more myself. That's not something to hide. That's something to honor. There's so much pressure to follow a specific life path. Go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, and if you don't, people start asking questions, judging silently. But I've learned this. Parenthood is not a requirement for worthiness. It's a personal decision, a deeply individual choice. And whether you have kids, don't have them, want them, or never did, you are still whole, still valid, still you. So that's my list. 12 things I used to believe defined me. 12 things I had to slowly, painfully unlearn. And honestly, I'm still unlearning. Because some days those old thoughts creep back in. Some days I still feel like I need to earn my worth. But now I catch myself. I pause. And I remind myself, you are not your job. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your status, your title, your body, or your bank account. You are more, so much more. You are laughter and quiet strength. You are every time you kept going when it would have been easier to give up. You are all the kindness you've shown when no one was watching. You are love in motion, a work in progress, a human being, and that alone makes you enough. Have you ever let one of these things define you? If so, that's okay. You're not alone. I've been there too. But maybe today can be the first day you start letting go of that story. Maybe today you choose to come back home to yourself. If this video spoke to you, send it to someone who needs it. Comment below and let me know. Which of these 12 have you struggled with most, or what have you learned to let go of? Thank you for being here, for listening, for being human with all your beauty and imperfections. I'm Alex, and I'm still learning to love myself one truth at a time.